Greetings and welcome to Winter Alchemy episode 2. We are on the second episode of Winter Alchemy for 2019. Happy winter to you. Happy 2019. Thank you for coming back and tuning in. So if you watched episode 1, and if you haven't, I encourage you to go and watch episode 1 right now and then come back over here. Episode 1 of Winter Alchemy is all about Capricorn season and how everybody's a Capricorn, including you. No matter when your birthday is, we're all Capricorns. When the sun is in that sign, that means that we are all being challenged to learn the lessons of Capricorn, because somewhere in your chart, no matter when your birthday is, you have Capricorn somewhere, which means you have to master the lessons of Capricorn season. So now that we are on episode 2, this is all about surviving and thriving during this time. How do you survive during Capricorn season? Because each of these signs are built to or made to build upon each other. So how you or how we work through Capricorn season determines how we work through Aquarius season, which determines how we work through Pisces season, so on down the line. So a successful Capricorn season can lay the firm foundation for a wonderful Aquarius season. And so we all want to make sure that we're doing what's necessary in order to survive and to thrive in each one of these seasons. So this one is all about surviving and thriving in Capricorn season. So before I go any further, make sure you like, subscribe, share, leave me a nice comment, or ask a question. If you have a question, you can leave that below as well. And also check out all of the links in my description box, because my 2019 year ahead readings are still on sale until January 31st. The other readings are still available as well, but they're just not on sale. So you want to get the 2019 year ahead reading so you can strategize for this year if you're still working on your New Year's resolutions. And also the Magic of Self-Love is available to you, and that is also in the link below. So how do we all survive during Capricorn season? Well, first, let me remind you that alchemy is just a nice, beautiful, fancy, fantastic word for transformation. It's all about moving from a lower level, a more base level, into a higher, more refined level, whether spiritually, physically, emotionally, whatever. So winter alchemy is about using the lessons of the winter season, which include Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces, using all of the lessons that those have for us, and all of the elements, and all of the what nature is showing us, in order to help us to all personally transform and elevate our lives in whichever ways make sense for us, whichever ways are helpful and beneficial to us. And so with Capricorn season, how do we survive in this time? What are the lessons that Capricorn has for us that when we master them, or we at least improve on them, our lives can be improved? So in episode 1, we learned that Capricorn time is that time of really reviewing your life and seeing, are you doing the work that takes you towards the goals that you say that you want in your life? Because Capricorn season, and if you know some Capricorns, they are all about either their money or their success in some kind of way, and they're willing to like go hard and do the work. And so lesson number 1 for this time that will help us to survive and thrive in Capricorn season is staying focused. What is the saying? Keep your eyes on the prize. That is such a Capricorn thing. Like, no matter what, if you know a Capricorn, like somebody who's a sun sign Capricorn, usually, for the most part, whatever they're focused on, they don't care if it will take 255 years to get there. They will do the work to get there, and just, go along slowly to get there. And they cannot be deterred by what's happening over here, what's happening over there, what happened behind them. They're only moving ahead. And so Capricorn season tells us, or reminds us all, no matter what sun signs we are, the importance of staying focused. So how do you survive during Capricorn season? Know what your goals are, your personal goals, your career goals, your family goals, your health goals, whatever those goals are for your success, even things like dealing with your own reputation, and your name. What are those goals that you have for your life? Stay focused and be disciplined. Focus and discipline. are number one for surviving Capricorn season. Number two is to know where you are and what you have, and also to know what you need. Capricorn is very big on resources, typically financial resources, but anything material, right? So anything, if there are things that you need, if there's money that you need, if there are, human resources that you need to assist you on your path, first of all, you have to know what you have. So you have to know that you have $100 in your bank account, or you have, 200,000 in your bank account, or you're negative 3,500, be clear on where you are. Because we just came out of Sagittarius season, which was, had us all aspirational and changing up some things and switching up and, shooting our arrow towards a new goal. But then Capricorn came and was like, yeah, but how you really going to do that? How are you really, going to get there? So Capricorn encourages us all, number one, well, we're on point number two, but number one or number two is to know where we are and know what resources we have right now, and then be very clear on what we need in order to go further. Do you need another $200? Do you need to make, $2,000 more this month in order to cover all of your expenses and your needs? Do you need to go back to school, and are you willing to be focused and disciplined in order to stay the course if you go back to school and go to class and do the work? Because Capricorn reminds us that a lot of our rewards come from doing the work. All right, so that's number two. Number three is to be mindful of our time. Be time focused. Capricorn is ruled by the planet Saturn. And Saturn historically has always been associated with like father time, or, the hands of time, or because it was for the longest time, it was considered the slowest moving planet. And so, the rewards that it gives you comes from you putting in the time and for you being mindful of how you're utilizing your time. So one of the interesting things that happens around this time of year, January 1st, the first of the year, is that people get new planners, right? Because they all focus on their New Year's resolutions. I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, and, writing in their little planners and getting all excited. And then, we kind of drop the ball, right? But the reason why we all feel like we got to get a hold and a grasp on our time is because we're all being impacted by that Capricorn energy. How are you spending your time? Are you spending your time wisely? Now, it doesn't mean that, I know Capricorn energy is all about productivity, and all of that kind of stuff, but it doesn't mean that you have to be so productive all of the time, like working all of the time. But is your time actually being allocated towards the things that matter most to you? So if you have, let's just say you have some strong family goals, are you actually spending time with your family? Do you have time allotted to spend with your family? If you have health goals, are you actually putting in the time to take care of your body, to work it out, to, are you like meal prepping so that you don't get caught up just eating garbage because you didn't plan in advance? Like, do you prep your meals, So while you're staying focused and looking at your goals, your time and how you allocate your time has to match the goals that you say that you have for your life. All right. So managing your time is point number three. Point number four is boundaries and restrictions. So Capricorn energy is all about setting good boundaries and restrictions. With Capricorn and the planet Saturn, everything doesn't go. You can't just do what you want to do, when you want to do it, how you want to do it. And people can't, interact with you in that kind of way. Again, because Capricorn is all about being responsible with your time, being responsible with your energy, being responsible with your money. You have to set proper boundaries. You have to set proper restrictions that are in line with the goals and desires that you say you have for your life. And even not just with other people, not just how you allow other people into your life or deal with other people, but even with yourself. Sometimes you have to be restrictive to yourself. It's one of the lessons of Capricorn. No, maybe you can't go to that party if you have a major exam tomorrow. So maybe today needs to be spent on studying. Maybe you can't spend every dollar in your account because, tomorrow you got some bills that's due, So Capricorn is reminding you that you have to be disciplined, that you have to set up certain restrictions and boundaries in order to create a healthy balance in your life. And I know that sounds like, sometimes, I don't know, for you Capricorns out there, you might be like, yes, but to some of you, you might feel like, oh gosh, you feel the restrictiveness of it. But really, it's in the discipline. And, instead of looking at it in a restrictive way, just look at how setting certain boundaries and certain restrictions actually help you to get to where you're trying to get to faster. All right. And so the fifth thing and the last thing that I have for you today is don't forget compassion on your way to the top. Capricorn energy is very much about those long-term goals. It's about succeeding, sometimes at any cost. It's about climbing the ladder of success, and in its lower energy, it's about not being mindful of who you step on your way to the top. So Capricorn, we have to be mindful as we are pushing towards our goals, as we're doing the work, as we're, staying laser focused, that we're also remembering our compassion, that we're also remembering that, life isn't just about achieving the goals. If we achieve the goals and lose the people who mean the most to us, or lose our health on the way to achieving the goal, or gain our health but lose all our money, we have to really count the cost, basically, is what I'm saying. Count the cost towards you moving forward and staying focused on where you're trying to go. Yes, there are some things and some people that we have to, cut loose from our lives who are not beneficial. But when it comes to where we forget to live, where we forget to have fun, where we forget to have enjoy the pleasures of life, or we forget the reasons why we want to succeed in our lives, and we're so focused on the goal that we forget what's important to us, or the why behind what we're doing, then we can find ourselves in the lower energy of Capricorn, which is succeeding at any and all costs. And you don't want that. So that is it. Those are the 5 ways to survive and thrive during Capricorn season, which will lay the firm foundation for our next season, which is Aquarius season. So that is it for all of the Capricorn energy. I will see you again for Winter Alchemy episode 3. Everybody's an Aquarius, including you. And that's an interesting sign. So I can't wait to get there. And so in the meantime, make sure you click the links in my bio, this is on YouTube, not Instagram. Click the links below. Click one of the links below because I have so many things in the description box below. The 2019 year head reading actually goes, the sale ends for that on January 31st. So if you're still planning your goals and New Year's resolutions and all that, you gotta make sure you get that reading, because that's really going to help you as you look ahead on, your life for this year, for 2019. Like, you want to, do some good things and some big things this year. All right. So get that reading while it's still on sale. Also, the Magic of Me intuitive natal chart reading and the general question reading. Those links are below. The Magic of Self-Love, my book. Make sure you get that as well. And that's it. Until we speak again, I'm wishing you so much peace and love.